Welcome, everybody, to the first of its kind, our first ever AGL in AGL history. Best of 5 final. Both these players, Emmett F. and DeWitt K, have won their mega drafts. Normally, that's enough to win a league. We're not on the playground. We're going to have a best of 5 match. There were 16 that advanced into the postseason, but only one is going to win. They both have their Mega Draft win tag, and they both have their spot in the upcoming potty, but we can only give one winner tag. And that's why we're here
DeWitt
today.
was about
Oh,
to
there's a
challenge
voice.
York on
Who could that
games.
be? Sorry, what did you say?
DeWitt was about to challenge York on games.
I mean, York can get the win that way, I guess. I guess Zeke W's going to be on broadcast with me. So, Zeke W will be watching DeWitt. And all the
Yep.
kids are gathered on the playground to find out what happens. And by all the kids, I mean our meager little room here in the starting town. But I'm sure some will join us for this best of 5. I'm looking at Emmett's hand. We see 2 islands and 5 other cards. Let's see if he keeps it before I name them. What do you see for Emmett?
For DeWitt, pretty capable hand. We've got 2 swamps and an island. Yeah, we've kept it. A few different 2 drops, and then a glamorous outlaw for fixing it eventually. A nice little 6 drop.
Oh yeah, the ability to enchant a land.
There's the first of those 2 drops, Ludovic.
We did see that yesterday. I'm fairly used to DeWitt's deck now. I think I followed him. This will be the 3rd game. I didn't follow the round 1 or the round 2 match for him. Yeah, so the cards in hand right now, there's no white mana, but only one white card in Aeronaut Cavalry. There's a Pop Quiz, Acquisition Octopus, Wormhole Serpent, Run Out of Town, and Scrat War Cohort, and just on time the Plains comes. I guess not just on the time. He didn't have any white cards to cast in the next 2 turns anyways. So Pop Quiz is a draw spell with a learn, a little variation of divination.
Hopefully they've got something better to do than that this turn.
No, it's the Acquisition Octopus, which not the
Yep.
best attacker
That
defender, but
trades with a siege zombie probably, but like
we'll see how he values it. Siege Zombie doesn't never have to. It fairly rarely gets in for damage attacking. It gets in a lot of damage other ways normally. As I was saying yesterday, there's a lot of synergy with those and decayed zombie tokens, which there's not so much of running around in this format, obviously.
yeah. We drew Dramatic Finale, which is really good if we get to cast it.
I've been talking about that. Yeah, this is a 3-day event now. They drafted 2 nights ago. That is not the easiest to cast, being black, 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 black normally in the deck, but he has some access to white.
He
Uh,
does. He has a plane and he has the Glamorous Outlaw, which means technically he can cast it next turn, which I think is the plan.
and fairly hilariously, the card that he milled was one of the best ways for him to like guarantee that pretty easily. The mana something. I just know Ludovic turned into a 6/6 version of that in the finals of Homeroom 2 1A yesterday.
I don't know what Ludovic turns into. There's
You
no way
pay
to like highlight cards.
you pay 4 mana and X. X equals to how many creatures you exile from your graveyard, and it enters as a copy of one of the ones you exiled, and a +1/+1 counter for each exiled creature. So a 4/4, and it's also base 4/4. So it's basically a 4/4 or
Got it.
5/5 or 6/6 or 7/7, and turns into one of the creatures.
So yeah, we did the last land that we would need to cast Dramatic Finale.
I mean, perfect mana base, right? Don't tell Richard. So this will turn every dead creature on DeWitt's side into an Inkling, which gets +1/+1, since all tokens
Mm-hmm.
are getting +1/+1. What we saw drawn by Emmett was a Surge Hacker mech last turn and a Candle Trap. Surge Hacker mech basically shocks something. Deals 2 damage per vehicle when it comes in. It's also a 5/5 menace.
There's that pop quiz you were talking about.
Well, Candle Trap is a bit of a confusing card. I have to reread it every time. Prevent all combat damage done to it, etc., etc. But it still can block. You also can pay to exile it, something like that.
All right. we drew an Elsewhere Flask, which I guess is one of the ways you could use to just cast the dramatic finale on a turn, but
Yeah, we
doesn't seem
literally
needed
had
here.
someone, I think it was Paul S. comment during the actual deck review, that combo, that exact combo. We didn't even know if that flask was going to be in the main board, but it's been there since the first match we saw him play. Candle Trap, by the way, is Coven. You need creatures of 3 different powers to activate the exile.
That is one of my favorite cards from the set, the Overseer.
Yeah, no kidding. What's the play? Oh, do a damage, of course.
Yep.
Slowly but
Ho
surely.
ho 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 ho. We'll
What
have
does that mean?
choices soon. I'm pretty sure you'll see it.
Okay, I'm gonna. Oh, oh,
He's
Elsewhere Flask.
running out
Oh,
the
that's not
Oscar's
what you
Mask
meant.
first.
you get a
No.
you get a loot out of it.
No.
I mentioned this a couple times too. Sky Swimmer Koi is basically a reprint of a card from this set. Don't ask me to name it. I'm sure everyone knows the name. Except it's not an artifact like that card I'm thinking of is, which I'm using well in my current league deck. So I've had to make
Looks
this.
like we might discard the card I was talking about,
Oh, okay.
but maybe
Don't
not. We'll
disappoint us.
see.
I like how we're not spoiled though.
I
That's good.
mean, it'll be revealed either way. Nope. Discarded Highland.
There's a madness card? There's no madness.
No.
We'll find out soon. Stay tuned. I will mention, by the way, this being a best of five, first of its kind.
We're not going to
Uh,
find out this turn, I guess.
oh, Mill 2. First of its kind ever in league history. Maybe. Not
Oh, no,
really,
we
but
will.
for the championship, yes. Ooh, Ladder Zombie. It's going to be no sideboarding until game 3, as they do in the Pro Tour finals. We watched Emmett stuck on 4 lands still, sadly.
Um, I could have sworn I heard Miranda say just before this that they could sideboard in game two.
Oh, I ignored if that correction if she indeed did say that because I figured it was going to be the Pro Tour rules. We'll get a clarification on that. Someone could DM me. Uh,
Larder Zombie was what I was talking about choices, though. Because now we can either Siege or Larder.
yeah, best friends with the two. So it's basically a surveil or a damage. At 13, you're starting to get that territory where unblockable damage is looking good. But no cards in hand, maybe not. You also have 2 damage in hand waiting to come down. Not in hand, in exile on a land.
We also have this Fake Your Death in hand, which has been waiting for something fun to hit.
Ruffian's Informant, a hero 2-drop from SNC. 2 drops being extremely important in that set. The Connive doesn't hit a land. Really unfortunate in this high stakes scenario for Emmett. Still sitting on 4 lands with a lot
I
of.
do think we want the Surveil. I'm not sure, though. 13 is kind of at a point where, yeah, damage is relevant.
No
Especially
land.
when you're cracking back for 3 in the air.
I gotta say, it's not looking great for Emmett with the no lands, and the other side doesn't just have Surveil or pings, it's got a finale. What are you gonna do about that? I actually don't know what Emmett's deck consists of because I followed the 1A homeroom final the whole way through in the draft, etc. Emmett was in the 2B, which I didn't even
And
look at. But
DeWitt agrees. We are doing the Surveil. We bid a land.
oh, the
We
luxury of
draw
getting a
land.
land. Luxury.
That does let us play the Outlaw if we want. Or
And ping
do we
twice
just
at the
leave
end
up
of
the.
ping twice at the end
Yeah.
of turn would mean getting him to 9 on this turn cycle, and no pressure at all from
You could also just
Emmett.
full attack with your Fake Your Death up. Yeah.
Oh, the Larder Zombie and the Ludovic can't attack, but yeah, it's enough.
Yeah, this is the quote unquote full attack.
Fake Your Death will kill on the vermin. It kills 2 things when it dies. I don't know if you want the vermin to die. It also makes an inkling. It's a disaster of a situation for Emmett. So vermin dying
Alright,
will.
so now he has to either trade with the Informant or kill the Flyer. Except with the Fake Your Death, he gets to do both still. If that's the choice.
Remember, there's 2/3/2 flyers coming out on death, so.
You could just also let this happen. Yeah. Which seems to be the call.
Upgraded the board. Bing, bang, boom.
And then the outlaw.
Set up your draws. Go to 8.
Ooh. Brutal Cathar on top. That is a good card.
Yeah, we saw that happen. We saw that do work yesterday against Chris
We're
Lee.
looking at our creatures for some reason. Bottoming this frog and leaving the Cathar on top.
I think both these players are without a league win. Emmett's got, I think, 9 top 8s if I remember, and DeWitt 3. Fairly new. Fairly new. Not incredibly new. Let's do it. So there's only one inkling because it triggers once per turn, perhaps? I would have to read the card. I thought 2 creatures. If one or more. It's one or more. Yeah, so it's one or more, and 2 things died in combat. So it's meant to not have combat be so disastrous if there's trades for the defending player. Huge synergy here. Putting a counter on a 1/1.
That does kind of stabilize the board a little bit, besides the 4/5. Don't do. Oh, they didn't get the Chevelle.
True.
Oh, we knew what it was.
Well, they didn't they scry twice with the.
Yeah.
Okay.
We knew it. It was the Cathar.
It's gonna swing for 8. There's no siege zombie to ping twice, but it's still gonna work out just fine for DeWitt. Now, someone know any knowers in the chat?
Oh, wait, can't lethal.
Any knowers in the chat if we can sideboard? I guess we'll find out. If they're gonna sideboard, I'll say they're allowed to sideboard. They're sideboarding. Either that or Emmett's disqualified. One of the two.
They're equally disqualified then.
Okay. That equals. Run it back. We're not in the Pro Tour, so you're allowed to sideboard after game 1. It's basically 4 post-sideboarded games. It's not constructed, so sideboard isn't the type of. It's not as tactical of a sideboard as in a constructed Pro Tour level. So Emmett is down 1-0. DeWitt has 2 wins from first league win. And I'm kind of ignoring what's happening on screen here. But some cards in, some cards out. I'm getting my first real look at this deck. We see a Reckoner Bankbuster card, which was all over standard for a time. Little synergy with Surge Hacker Mech, the card that shoots something for 2 per vehicle that you have. And any notable sideboard action for DeWitt?
Nothing really, but a couple cards then.
That's what I do when I sideboard.
Meteorite was new. I wasn't paying too much attention.
I do that all the time, and I've been on the broadcasting thing enough to not do that. You know why? Because I tend to not sideboard much. I do sometimes.
I don't tend to sideboard much either.
Depends on the access to a card, what access to cards I have. Completely.
No, it looks like the dramatic finale might have been taken out.
Interesting. What did he see that would say? Well, he saw the candle chap, I guess. It's good against things dying, I guess. It is supposed to be fairly hard to cast, if I remember, from DeWitt's deck. But he's gotten it a good number of times, and not with too much difficulty. Braids, there's a saga here that I don't know what it does. He took away the bounce spell, 2 mana bounce spell that costs 1 mana if you have an artifact, something of the machine. Alrighty, he runs it. We're going to game 2. This Playground League. Remember, this league was made by the Shadow League Committee, including.
This is a keepable hand.
All right. Well, I'll name the Shadow Committee after in the next intermission. How about that? They're gonna have to resend a challenge actually, if
Yeah.
if DeWitt wins. We're looking at three
Uh,
islands of plains, a light the way, Guardian of New Benalia, which has that, you're about to see it, discard something indestructible enlist, and Gix's Caress, and not a bad card for turn 3, which he can't cast it on turn 3 because no black mana. Gives you a Power Stone though.
we have that nice fetch tap land. We've got another tap land. We've got this cram session. 3 more lands. Deal Gone Bad and Meteorite. So 2 quasi removal spells.
Look at that, up to 25
Looks
life.
like with our learn, we're going to get this Introduction to Prophecy.
Yikes, Emmett, I've been in this situation so many times. Literally 3 lands in hand, which is, in total, a land more than he had the entire last game. Finished it with 5 lands on the field. Now he's just gonna hope for those top decks to be spells. Good news is he can pitch lands to make this Guardian indestructible. He's really gonna want yeah, a creature on board would be good. You said there's 2 removal spells in hand?
Yep, Deal Gone Bad and Meteorite. And Introduction to Prophecy is seeing another removal spell in Extinguish, and that Ludovic from game 1.
I'll say Meteorite won't work well on the Guardian here. Because it can't get
Deal
in.
Gone Bad will work.
It definitely will. Not the worst top deck in the world, but unfortunately, land for Emmett. It does get him a black source, meaning Gix's Caress. It's the Thought Seize that gives you a Power Stone, basically. Not Thought Seize. I think it can take any non-land. I'm not sure.
It's like this deal is going bad right now.
Yeah, nothing to be done. That's all. That is 100% of the creatures that Emmett's seen the entire game so far. The other mode of Light the Way, I didn't realize bounces something to your hand. Not a card that was cast too much when I played that format.
Is even another white source to recast this turn?
This turn, nope. That was upkeep. I'm not even paying
Yeah,
attention.
that was his upkeep.
He does have a planes, 2 planes in hand, but I mean,
Okay.
we're in the upkeep still.
Yeah, I don't know why we.
Oh, there we go.
I think it's because I think we were stuck in the draw phase because we turned on our thing to hit them with the upkeep, but it puts a stop for both draw and.
Yeah, I don't hate this. He only had 1 play to do, and he's preemptively getting a dangerous thing out of hand before redeveloping the 2 damage creature. Literally just a 2 damage creature at this point. Ludovic. There are 2 Ludovics in the deck that I know.
We drew a pretty good one with this. If we're just playing the card draw fun spell.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you're aware there is a Meat Hook Massacre on DeWitt's deck, and Emmett does know about that because he was watching the games, which we allow.
Yep. I saw that in sideboarding. We have not found it yet.
And the Guardian is being developed over the Soul Guide Grift, the 3/4 flyer. Why? Because he knows there's a Extinguish in hand. It's a pretty good play.
Looks like we're just going to chuck a Meteorite at the Golem and make you ditch.
Good thing we're flooded. Now the Soul Guide Griff, if developed, will eat their hard removal. Looking like that anyway. Unless there's something better to do, of course. I don't know 3 of the cards in DeWitt's hand.
We've got Secret of the Keys, Island, Siege Zombie. Are the 3 you don't know?
Seeker of the Keys.
He's debating between. It makes a clue for 1 blue.
Yeah.
Or you flash it back for 2 clues, I think.
Yeah, it's a lot of card draw if you put the mana in.
Yeah. He was debating between the tap land or the island into Secrets of the Key, I think, there. Or untap land into Siege Zombies. Because I have Meteorite, I guess.
Gotta say, I like DeWitt's position better here with all that card draw coming. There's not much aggression coming. However, the Guardian does need to be answered in some way at some point, I guess.
Yeah, we still have removal for something. Siege Zombie can try and trade for the Guardian and get rid of the card, I guess.
Oh, was it Siege Zombie and not Larder Zombie? Okay, I was
Siege
picturing that.
Zombie, yeah.
Okay, okay. Seems to find that most
Oh, it's an
easy.
instant. That's why we didn't do it on our turn.
Ah,
Oh,
okay.
that's another good draw. Invoke Despair,
Yeah,
which is
that's
castable.
always castable, no problem. Yeah, that's gonna get rid
Didn't even
of.
need the meteorite.
It's gonna get rid of Guardian of New Benalia. That's the answer. You have to sack a creature, a planeswalker, and an enchantment, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so between the dramatic finale, Invoke Despair, and Meathook Massacre, there's these black game-changing cards that were all picked up in the draft. So he knew to put
Or
enough
if we're
black
scared of
sources.
a counter spell.
That is a thing that it could be, but I know it can't be.
Running by cracking a clue.
The Ultimate Edict is going to get rid of New Benalia, perhaps? Nope. Oh wait, he still has 3 black. Cost 4 black.
He's
Cost
or
4.
yeah, no, it's 5 total, so
Yeah, 4 black. Okay. He can always do the extinguish other creature and then finale next turn if he wants to deal with Guardian. Rooftop Nuisance. Wait, this is Emmett casting it because I'm pretty sure DeWitt has that. Definitely saw it in the last couple days.
okay, we're just making you ditch another card, I guess.
I'm not sure. I like that play because you have the right answer for that in hand with the Edict.
Yeah.
Oh, Rooftop Nuisance tapped him out of blue, but he drew a Zephyr Sentinel, which is a flash flying creature, but it costs blue. That would be a way to not get your Guardian
Oh,
Edict.
here's Brutal Cathar, but we are gonna go with the Invoke Despair, it looks like.
Okay, Brittle Cathar, another good one, yeah. So if a blue is untapped here, he could have flashed in the Zephyr Sentinel. But yeah, Rooftop tapped him out of blue. Card
Safe
advantage.
now?
Oh
Yeah.
yes. So when that hits face, we'll get treasures. Sky Swimmer Koi. Another. I mean, yeah, another card that they both share in common in their deck. Soulguide Griff is gonna come down.
Probably eat the Secret to the Key.
Yeah, that's good value. That denies 2 cards. And plenty of mana to spend on it. Wait.
Unless you're scared of
Oh
taking the
no.
Dockside
I
Chef?
I don't think you realized that Secrets was an answer. Unless Soulguard only does creatures, but I'll go check again.
Mm, sure it does not.
Brutal Cathar taking care of it. No, you can take any card.
Yeah.
I think he just wasn't thinking of Secrets of the Key being in the graveyard.
Yeah.
A disenchant. That's not gonna work because Brutal Cathar is no Oblivion Ring. It's a creature. Funny enough,
Wreath.
Sky Swimmer Koi is not an artifact like the card printed in Final Fantasy, so you can't use your couldn't use his Power Stone.
Oh, there's the Cattle Trap.
Yeah, there's a disenchant Zephyr Sentinel in hand right now.
We've got nothing but 3 lands. But we've also got these 2 Power Stones. And, ooh, practical research.
To draw a spell, yeah. So that made a big difference that he exiled the creature and not Secrets of the Key, didn't it? He wouldn't have found anything that turn. Could have opted to just draw. Brutal Cathar would transform, and then if it ever transforms back, it eats something else. Because it's now daytime.
Yeah. Although I think we might fight you fish for fish.
Koi. Looks like these players built the same color Esper decks. Just straight up. Is that the Mega Draft meta now?
Fish fight.
Mega Draft meta. Kian, Dean of Substance with Blue Ibrahim, Dean of Theory on the background. So this slowly gets you
This
card advantage, I believe.
this feels a bit over.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know what. I mean, I could know what Emmett had in his deck in total, but I didn't pay close attention in terms of sweepers.
Yeah. They'll let us loot away a land.
Got that. Got that synergy again. Same as
Oh,
last.
there's a meat hook massacre.
Not recommended now. Yeah. So
I mean, cast it for like
he's yeah for some amount. Disenchant's probably gonna leave now. It doesn't look like Disenchant's doing very much.
no.
Oh, he's getting rid of Zephyr Sentinel. Wonder what the thought was. It's the only creature.
We also have this Hijitsugus,
Oh,
which looks like
Hidetsugu? Yeah.
yeah, looks like they're coming down.
That's gonna get some value with Prosperous Thief, I suppose.
If only it was the second rights.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. He doesn't. He has access to red, I suppose.
Yeah, the meteorite does anything, and the flask. I mean, we've already seen him cast a card with a red in it. The research.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, Hidetsugu could activate the second because of the meteorite at this point. But I don't think that's gonna be the big difference maker, if I'm to guess.
Sure.
Not sure what Emmett's doing, but the automatic librarian is gonna cost effectively too because of the Power Stone. It's gonna let him scry too.
That doesn't quite seem good enough here.
Nope. So Ibrahim, you tap and play blue blue. I'm not
Yeah, it
gonna
looks
read it.
like we've just got lethal next turn by just full swing and then meat hook massacre.
We have to have a game 5 though. Come on, DeWitt. There's a Rafine's Informant and a Fateful Absence, which kills a creature or planeswalker, gives him a clue. I think he's keeping that on top and binning the Rafine's Informant. Yep. Not binning, but putting on the bottom. Oh, you get to draw discard. Disenchant's going bye-bye. Killing the demon. Is it a demon? I'm gonna check.
Tapping the demon.
It's an ogre demon, yes.
Sacking something that's grade 2.
Seems right. Emmett's empty-handed, so free reign to do whatever. And he gets to crack one of the 2 clues now. Look at that. Got two clue tokens from different cards. One of them is full art. That's the Fateful Absence one.
That's better art. Farewell, better art.
Oh, crack the
Didn't give
treasure.
us anything good. Both of them gave us lands.
Yikes. At least he's well ahead. He doesn't have to worry too much. Oh, and Siege Zombies.
Micromancer.
Yeah.
Which
What are the
looks
hits?
like that's coming down.
I guess take note of what hits there are. I'm not sure.
Disfigure and Spell Pierce. And we took Disfigure.
One of them is not much less useful when the opponent knows it's in your hand.
Why are we tapping creatures right now? Oh, you're just killing them with the Meat Hook Massacre. That makes sense.
No, Massacre pings for your
When
creatures.
a creature you control dies, and
Yeah.
he's wiping his entire board.
Yeah, I was just reminding myself which one is which because
Yeah.
Oh, the Griff's alive. Let's go.
If only that said gain a life also, because a lot of those effects also gain a life.
Oh, is it? No, he had three more stacks. Oh, the stack said gain a life.
Those were his gain lives.
Yikes! That would have been a hilarious punt and one of the most memorable moments of the year if that kept him alive. All right, so intermission time. Let's recap the league. Playground League featured trading using gold and silver stars. Silver stars being only your opponents. It featured stipulations, which interacted with lessons. Got you to get lessons. It also featured 2 homerooms. Champion of each homeroom is playing right now. And we had the Shadow LC, which I've hilariously said like 3 times was Raphael and 4 assistants. But actually, it was Evan, Miranda, Cody, Race, and Bob. So we want to say thank you for being the Shadow LC. And setting a precedent, I think we might see Shadow LCs in the future. That's what people are talking about anyway. Once a year, something like that. Give our actual LC that puts in so much work a little break. Anything to say about Playground League?
I mean, after Shadow League, you don't do more Shadow Leagues. Now we need the Young League. So we need to have teenagers design it.
Yeah.
Basically, just Colton then.
Just one person. I mean, who knows? We don't. Do we know everyone's age? Maybe they take that data. No, they don't take that data from me.
The stores might have birthdays. I'm not sure. It does say you have to be 18 or older to enter.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, damn! I gotta go then.
Oh,
I'm 17.
bye, Mitch.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm 17. This is gonna be the longest video in history, and by that I mean definitely might not be because it could be a 3-0. We're looking at 2-0 right now. Oh, sideboarding happening. I haven't been paying attention to what I'm watching right now. I've just been talking. I think he's re-sideboarding because they. Oh no, they're in between games. That's what's going on, right?
I was going to say, wait, is sideboarding happen? Oh, they're doing sideboarding a different way.
Yeah.
They're just importing.
Yeah. Guess, I mean, we can kind of get a glimpse of what DeWitt's doing, so he has some good insight. They've also, I don't think it was.
DeWitt just loaded his in from somewhere else. So we didn't see any of the changes.
I don't know if it's open deck list. I mean, they were streaming their games for viewing purposes. So you're saying he had I mean, he had time to think about his deck list in general, maybe not anything to do with Emmett's deck. As we get ready for game 3, 2-0 DeWitt. I want a game 5. We deserve a game 5.
No, DeWitt's got this.
We deserve it. First time in history. This would be enough to get a league win, but no, not today. 2-0. Still have to earn it. All right. It's going to be keep for Emmett. We've got a Plains and Island, a Candle Trap, and Guardian of New Benalia. Things we've seen before. We also have Kian and Ibrahim. But cards we haven't seen yet. Frost Trickster, which is the Flying Frost Lynx, basically, and a Ravenous Gigamole.
We've got a keep over from DeWitt also. We've got this beautiful little 1-drop here. Then we've got another swamp. The Obscura Storefront, so that's the sack tapland. Salvaged Mana Worker, Siege Zombie, Machine Over Matter, and Practical Research.
Mm-hmm. Huge draw step about to come. Emmett was mana screwed in game 1, mana flooded in game 2, and he is sitting on no lands in hand, really hoping to get things going because he has a pop quiz to draw.
We kept a 2-lander and have drawn 2 lands.
Oh, then it could be an interesting game of both players being screwed. Then is what you're saying.
No, we've gotten land, so we've got 4 now total.
Oh, I thought. Oh, you kept the 2-lander, and I see.
We kept a 2-lander, and we've hit land.
Yikes! Feels bad. Raid's Frightful Return is a saga with read ahead. It's got niche capabilities, but really needed a land for Emmett. Only option is to
Right.
candle trap one of these derpy creatures.
This frog will take care of you. Just give it 20 turns.
Mm-hmm. Or less. The siege zombie. Oh, Swamp is online. Braid's Fright will return. I'm gonna go read it if he doesn't play it right now. It gives you lots of options.
There's a trickster.
Fright will return. So, Chapter 1, you can sack a creature to make them discard a card. Chapter 2, return a card from your graveyard to your hand. And Chapter 3, opponent can sacrifice a non-land, non-token permanent, and if they don't, they lose two life and you draw a card. Just like Braids. Actual Braids. And I read that for nothing. Thank you
I was
so
gonna
much!
say, it's gone, and now we're bouncing.
Bounce beats indestructible. Good start. This siege zombie every game. Every game for DeWitt. He's got to frame one of those if he wins this. There's the life gain. 3 lands, no 4th land, as I said. Let's see. That's a 4th land. We have a bit of a game here. Ravenous Gigamalt mills some cards. If you don't get a creature back, you make it a 3/4 instead of a 2/3. So we have
I remember
Ibrahim.
that guy.
So the Dean of Theory. The actual activate ability is X blue. Exile the top X cards from your library and put a study counter on each of them. Then you may put a card you own in exile with a study counter in your hand. So basically, activate them twice. Every time you activate them beyond the first one, it's going to add a card to your hand. But of course, you have to tap your flyer and pay mana.
In a brilliant flavor move, the Dockside Chef has sacrificed the unwilling ingredient.
Brilliant. Synergy.
And now we get to draw 4 and then discard 2 unless we discard an instant or sorcery. And the instant or sorcery is Secret to the Key, but it looks like we might just ditch 2 lands anyway. Because we've got 3 lands in hand currently.
Does he have answers to 5 damage in the air every turn? I'm going to guess so.
I mean, we've got our own Koi in hand.
Oh, and Candle Trap, I don't think brings it to the ground, does it? Let's see. No.
Like we're ditching lands.
No, it does not bring it to the ground. It gives it Defender. Well, let's see if Emmett turns them sideways. Starts to get aggro. Guardian's coming out.
So I think the defense from you being aggro is the fact that you're 6 life down currently.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Pop Quiz is going to be done at instant speed here. I don't know what lessons actually Emmett has, and it's not even my fault because it's in the sideboard. I didn't get to see the side. I guess I could have seen the sideboard slightly. But you get to learn a card with Pop Quiz after drawing. Is it after drawing? Probably.
Looks like we're gonna put our own fishy fish down.
Yeah. Any 2 mana play?
No. The Dockside Chef, I think, is 2 mana if we want to go that route. But
Whoa, this is interesting because that's a free block on the Siege Zombie here.
I mean, it's not a free block. It costs you a card.
Which is, he's about to draw. He just drew a land, so that's quote unquote. It's free, but it costs the land down on the field. For infinite.
Which is...
I think I do it for infinity unblockable damage.
It's not infinity unblockable damage. It's a land for a zombie. Which they were just taking the actual trade there.
I don't know if I would do that, but alright.
Yeah, that I question. I don't think I would block and not discard.
I thought I mean, I misplayed with that card by forgetting when to give it indestructible. It's very possible he didn't want to do that. The land helps a little bit with the fractal summoning, which was just lessened. It makes it 1/1 bigger. He'll be glad the zombie's gone at the very least, anyway.
And yeah,
Unfortunate thing
maybe they're just
here.
planning on racing. Get that out of there. Crack back 5 more in the air.
Unfortunate thing here for Emmett is one candle trap doesn't help too much. It's still gonna. I mean, he's attacking, but no.
I mean, if he blocks, he just
Doesn't it not
loses
take damage?
creatures.
That would be dealt.
It prevents damage it would deal.
Ooh, never mind. I thought it was just real bad removal, but it can be blocked the dockside chef. So sorry, sacked. So that's
Yeah.
some use.
Yeah.
You just milled both vehicles, including one that has vehicle synergy. Got a Ruffian's informant back. I arguably keeping the informant in the graveyard make your creature get by the mana worker. But informants
So
lets you
we
see
might
deeper.
get down another flyer.
The Griff would be a decent top deck here because that gets rid of the useful cards in graveyard there.
True.
It costs 4 though.
Looks like he's debating what to do. I think he's got to get down this Sky Strike Officer.
Yeah, there are a couple opened in the draft of this Sky Strike Officer. There's no answer at the moment.
Now we can leave up Secret to the Key or Cracking a Clue and sacking with the Oxide Chef.
Yeah, so the Gigamole being a 2/3 is just going to be a blocker in this situation. But we did get a Raffine's Informant who's going to loot effectively. Gix's Caress was drawn. If only Gix's Caress were something played last turn, that Sky Strike Officer would have been taken. Discards the cohort.
That's not bad. It's not value from that. It's going to get a Prosperous Thief.
Prosperous Thief and Power Stone is going to help, I guess, unearth and use the automatic Librarian, which is in hand.
I don't want to do anything right now. All you could do is give him more options to take. Yeah.
Well, it just makes the clues, right? It doesn't. Oh, I guess if you activated the ingredients, he'd
Yeah, or cracked a clue, or like.
Oh, that's a clue. Oh, yeah, he has the clue from the first time casting it already. Okay.
Yeah. Or this guy is also a draw card for 3. The Unwilling Ingredient.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and Dockside Chef, I guess. There's a lot of ways.
That's not bad. He got Inspiring Overseer and a Court Official, so
Okay.
2 different 2-for-1s.
The court official is going to get rid of an automatic librarian because fractal summoning's a bit better than that at this point. It's also sack fodder for Dockside Chef. The cards keep coming into its deck.
Yeah.
And there's good ones. There's good ones too. Very good ones.
Oh, maybe we're not corrupting. Yes. We might just want to leave up Secret to the Key.
Let's see what it is. It's huge decisions here. It's an entire league victory on the line. I mean,
I don't hate either one, because he could be thinking he's got another land and then the Fractal.
Librarian was set to set up Emmett's next couple of draws, but now it's going to be top deck. Okay, so Zephyr Sentinel is you can bounce a creature to your hand. It's a flash flyer, and if it's a soldier, it comes in as a 3/2.
He bounces his own creatures or any creature?
His own creature. But yeah, if it happens to be a soldier, then which is Sky Strike Officer's synergy. I think it's from the same.
He could also flip Imbraham back to the other side if he wanted with it.
That's true.
I don't know if that's that. I don't think so. Actually, looking at it, that might be green.
It's green, and I don't know if it does anything. Scrap. I hope he's not planning on bouncing Scrapwork for value, because Scrapwork unearth means when it leaves the battlefield, it goes bye-bye.
Yeah.
Let's see if he was trying to do that. I mean, it could easily be the Raffine's Informant. that he wants. Fractal summoning just staying there is no answer right away for a giant creature like fractal summoning. But it's not
I
gonna
mean, it
do
also doesn't
yeah.
do too
I
much
was
on the
about to say it doesn't do
board.
anything now. It would take many turns before it really helped. Meanwhile, Dockside would allow sack blocking. Block sacking.
Yeah.
The flyer doesn't hurt though. Oh, it's a 2-1 flyer. I mean, the officer wants to attack, but doesn't have the best attacks. Yeah, he rightfully does not bounce this cohort.
We shuffling something.
You can block sack with Trickster some of the time. Although Ibrahim,
Not even cracking the clue? Interesting.
really, maybe forgot.
Maybe.
He didn't forget. He wants to have the mana to respond to sacking. So if he goes mana down, then
I guess, yeah.
he'll be able to activate the candle trap.
So exile.
I guess that makes sense, yeah.
Exile in his deck. He wants the extra card. He's got so many cards. And guess what? Skystrike Officer also draws cards theoretically if you tap 3 soldiers.
Well, we've got 2 more lands in hand, so I wouldn't be too afraid of those cards. Maybe be afraid of those clues, but
That is a soldier on the field, right? Oh, that is a Phyrexian soldier. So theoretically, Zephyr Sentinel, if you want to sack that soldier, becomes a 3/2 flyer. I think he's probably going to go for Fractal Summoning though. That or activate Ibrahim, which is a slow way to draw cards.
slow way to draw cards isn't terrible at this board, it feels like. That's what these clues are.
Mm-hmm. If Ibrahim gets touched though, it's free reign for this officer to start attacking. So he's going to be searching for that. Spending X equals 5.
Big fractal. Okay.
X equals 5. Life total's not moving anytime soon.
Here we're cracking a clue. And we're drawing more lands.
Yikes.
And now we've got to fake your death. Pretty good.
Fake your death, yeah. We didn't see so much spot removal from Emmett. Okay, that looks like a fake your death setup.
Yeah?
Does it buff?
Or you're just taking 2.
Does fake your death buff the attack?
Yeah, +2/+0. When it dies, return to the battlefield, get a treasure.
Mm-hmm. He's letting it through. He's letting it through. Sitting at 10 health.
So, yeah. Very tempting to just take it, I feel like. Tricks are very punishing. We've got another land.
Wow. I mean,
Thankfully, we've got 2 lands that crack for cards, but
I think he'll be
it's not
just.
how you want to be spending your mana.
He's looking to do just fine for the very
And
short
a larder
term.
zombie.
Doesn't protect the air, which is where the danger is at the moment.
No, but surveilling twice seems very good.
Yeah, he's got tons of cards.
Because we do not need more lands.
Ooh, Shattered Seraph is more to air damage. Added on to what there already is. Gains you life. It's the mana fixer from SNC for the Esper colors. He's saying Ibrahim's not getting in. Opponent's at 10. Of course, the fake your death is wouldn't have made it a good attack. Maybe he sussed that out, some card like that out. But Zephyr Sentinel also means that Emmett could have reacted to his fake your death. I guess Emmett's plan is to Zephyr Sentinel and activate Ibrahim. No, you can't. You don't have enough blue for that. It's just a giant Ibrahim.
Yeah, stern lesson, which is pretty good. And a cram sessions. We got lots of learning to do.
Emmett deciding not to develop his 4/4 flyer. All the cards in the world. But where's... I mean, he's got bombs. They're just not here yet. What's he looking at? What are you drawing to?
Got the cram session, 3 lands, the fake your death, and a gnawing vermin. So 1 mana, 1/1.
Yeah. It dies into a -1/-1.
Yeah. So more little dorks for the board.
Well, this block didn't happen last turn. Emmett didn't play anything. Let's see what happens here. He's going for it. Shattered Seraph is going to save Ibrahim. And as we said, another Dean on the other side is not playable, so it's going to be Ibrahim again. It's a pretty good way to waste the Fake Your Death, though.
Yeah.
He did get the soldier out of it, so. Ibrahim's a bird wizard, not a soldier. Oh, I think he was just double checking Ibrahim's cost. I remembered it was blue. Oh, I didn't see this. He's getting blue by using Seraph's ability to basically exile 2 cards, one of which he can draw next turn if he so pleases. So do you see what happened there? He didn't have blue. He used the Seraph's ability. Yeah. That's why he didn't play Seraph. We got a Faithful Absent and an Ominous Parcel with counters on them. What do you choose? Put a card you own with the study. Oh, my bad. I thought it was next turn. Okay, you get 1 no matter what. It's slow card draw, but not that slow. So 1 is in his hand. And the Fateful Absence can be brought to hand next time that's activated, along with whatever else gets exiled. If DeWitt happens to have a soldier at some point. I know that Skystruck Officer is a soldier itself, but at 3 soldiers equals drawing a card. You thought both zombies tapped creatures for value, pinging and surveilling. Skystrike Officer.
He wants that treasure.
Yeah, makes sense. It wasn't as wasted as we thought. Ooh, milled 2 lands, that's useful.
22 cards left in library. Almost becoming a relevant number.
One's Meat Hook, one's like the finale.
Attacking the vermin to kill something? Probably the 2-1 flyer is now just gone.
Ominous Parcel Seraph. It's more enticing.
Why did they chose Parcel out of those cards?
The other one is Fateful Absence, and the only way to get access to it is to replay Ibrahim and then activate Ibrahim.
Well, no. They could have chosen any of the cards with Ibrahim, right?
Yeah, every time you activate it, you exile cards and then choose one. There's only one in exile remaining with the counter on it, which is the Fateful Absence.
I don't know.
At the moment.
Definitely wouldn't block with the larder zombie. Okay, there we go.
At least we got a much better game for game 3 here.
Block with the larder zombie, okay.
Is there a reason he wants the soldiers to stick around?
Not that I'm aware of.
I'm also thinking of Dramatic Finale being a non-token. I mean, it does buff the soldiers as their tokens.
I think he's going to Ludovic into Skystrike.
That's exactly what he's typing. I mean, Emmett is typing that to him right now. Ludovic costs 2. Its ability costs 4 plus. It could just cost 4 though. It's a Sky Strike, which it will be a bigger version of Sky Strike. But of course you can tap to draw cards right away. Does it look like that's what he's doing? What are the 3 cards in hand?
Land, cram session.
Alright, looking through the graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4. X equals 3, so it's gonna be a 7/7. Sky Strike, yep. And you can draw a card on end step even. Shattered Seraph is a mere 4/4. A land was drawn, so we've got Shattered Seraph or Ibrahim yet again as the options. Not looking great for Emmett. He's got to find an answer to Olag Ludovic's hubris, aka Sky Strike Officer, aka Soldier Chad, aka potential league winning abomination, aka I don't have anything else.
That and Ibrahim for jumping. Ooh, brutal Cathar.
That game not quite very close.
I mean, yes.
It's not forced.
1 damage gets in on the ground, or no, 1 damage doesn't get on the ground. That is game.
That's good.
Just for a morale standpoint, I guess. Which means that is the match.
That's the match. 3-0. We had a regular 3-game final, and congratulations to DeWitt K winning his first league. And
Congrats.
someone can air horn before I stop the video. You have 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, thank you.